Claudia wanted a Scalar Heart Connection session to ask her heart what was behind her recurring headaches and high blood pressure. Her husband recently passed away, and she was confronted with decisions about what to do with her house and creating a means of income. Friends and family were giving her contradictory advice, adding to her stress. It made her anxious, and she felt it all contributed to her physical symptoms. She admitted that part of her wanted a difference of opinion from others because it made her feel alive. During the session, Claudia's heart showed her that the situation was creating disharmony in her pelvis chakra. Her heart showed her that the specific emotion that was out of balance was lust. The practitioner explained that lust is what we experience as a strong desire for something we think will satisfy us, but it always leaves us wanting more. Sex falls into this category for some people, but so do alcohol cravings, a lust for money, power, etc. As an Enneagram personality type, the last type is often someone who has given up on being loved. This is a belief often stemming from childhood while growing up with an abusive mother or father. The compensation is to feel love through pleasure, mostly in the excitement found in the pursuit of pleasure. And the more forbidden the pleasure, the more exciting. Excitement makes us feel alive and compensates momentarily for what is missing, even if the excitement is driven from a conflict with others. This is the oppositionist, who craves the excitement of controversy and making others angry because it makes them feel alive. Lust, however, can also be a strong desire to do something, like Van Gogh's lust for painting. Claudia said she wasn't sure about the reason, but always had a strong desire to be a nurse. The next step in the process is to find the negative mind-brain condition beliefs surrounding the unresolved emotion. It is our mind's subconscious belief that gives rise to the problem in the first place. Claudia's heart showed her the number related to the statement, "I am uneasy and anxious inside." Claudia's heart wanted to replace her mind's pattern of being anxious with a new and positive heart-based thought pattern. Her heart showed her the statement, "I am whole and complete just as I am." The issue of stress and anxiety had also placed a stretch on an organ. Claudia's heart showed her the organ affected were the kidneys, and the statement needed to strengthen the kidneys was, "I trust the decisions I make." We also learned from Claudia's heart that the level of the unresolved issue was spirit. Her heart was asking her to connect with the inner guidance from spirit and to trust that small voice from within herself. Now we wanted to know what happened in the past that contributed to Claudia's belief system that making decisions is stressful and helps her feel alive. Her heart showed her that the earlier experience was related to genetic ancestral. Specifically, it involved family members before her grandfather on her father's side. Claudia recalled that her grandfather immigrated from Germany. Some years after he left, 2 brothers in Germany were killed in the war. Claudia said they didn't die in the war per se, but died later from their wounds. They needed a nurse, she said. Claudia now saw her unconscious connection to the 2 dead brothers, as well as to their mother's suffering. The practitioner asked Claudia to place a hand over a figurine representing her grandfather. Claudia said she could feel his sadness. In some strange way, he felt that his brother's death had something to do with his decision to leave Germany. Next, she placed her hands over the figurines representing the two brothers. The practitioner asked Claudia to represent the two brothers and to tell her grandfather that his decision to leave Germany was not the cause of their death. They reassure her that making decision is not dangerous and ask her to leave their fate with them. Claudia was able to feel the sadness from her grandfather that made him unavailable to her father. This was the same unavailability that she felt from her father, the missing love she craved. Next, Claudia's heart showed her the unmet heart needs. This is the piece that was missing from the family system due to her grandfather's sadness and the trauma of the death of the two brothers. Claudia's heart showed her the number related to compassion. Claudia accepted this as meaning having compassion for herself. She also said she now understood where the conflict around making decisions was coming from. She felt more integrated with herself, having connected with her grandfather's family. I can now have confidence in the decisions I make, and I can take time to make decisions. I can also listen to what people say and not feel anxious about it. Claudia then created the positive statement. I am confident in the decisions I make, and I make them with ease. The next step in the process is to check with our mind to make sure our mind is going to support the new belief from our heart. This is the mind resistance to what our heart wants. Claudia's heart showed her that her mind was still thinking, if I change, I will not be loved. This is a typical mind response when it has been conditioned to believe that they will be loved only through the loyalty to the family belief system. In this case, but maintaining the belief that making decisions is dangerous and can lead to someone's death. Claudia reminded herself that her grandfather had a mistaken belief and said she is now willing to let that go. With her mind now fully behind her new positive statement, Claudia asked her heart to show her a number related to the quantum healing codes. Her heart showed her the single note 741. This is the frequency of the brow chakra, helping us to connect with spirit and trust our inner knowing. Claudia's heart showed her the positive action that she needed was a neck massage. A few weeks later, Claudia reported she decided to rent her big house and move into a small apartment. With the rent, she could comfortably live, and she was experiencing much peace of mind and ease through the move. There was still a lot of decisions to make, but she felt much confidence in making up her mind and moving forward with life in peace. Thank you for watching real stories of real people and how the process of Scalar Heart Connection helped them guide them through their heart in their hero's journey.